At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Beck and Metsurif Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Our coverage is brought to you by Power Beck and Metsurif Law Offices, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, W. Harley Miller Systems, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Hagerstown Ford, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Smallwood and Small Insurance, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Palace Lounge, the Larry DeMarco Team, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Rock's Local Markets, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, Fort Evans Archery, Trips Floor Sanding, the Wagner Law Firm. Now let's send it out to our broadcasters for tonight's coverage.
Good evening from Hedgesville High School for tonight's North Regional Tournament matchup between number 1 Hedgesville and number 5 Spring Mills, with the winner advancing to the state tournament. Pre-game show brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Pre-game show also brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call 304-350-1931 or visit WHMSystems.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Ethan Elliott's our cameraman, and back at the studio is Kyler High. Let's take a look at the tournament so far. As we saw on Thursday, number 9 Washington defeat Wheeling Park, the 8 seed, 3-2 to advance to take on number 1 Hedgesville. It was Hedgesville defeating Washington then 3-0 to advance to this matchup tonight. And then for Spring Mills, they defeated number 4 Martinsburg 3-1 as the 5th seed. So Spring Mills, therefore, is in this match tonight against Hedgesville, with the winner advancing to the state tournament. Because of the losses and it being double elimination going on right now at Martinsburg, it's number 8 Wheeling Park against them, and then the winner of that will take on number 9 Washington here in the North region. And on the other side, we saw on Thursday number 7 Jefferson sweep number 10 Preston, and then proceeded to get swept by number 2 Morgantown. So the Mohegans host number 3 Musselman here tonight, because on Thursday number 3 Musselman swept number 6 University. Tonight, number 6 University hosts number 10 Preston. They are playing right now. Then the winner of that will immediately take on number 7 Jefferson here tonight at University as well, with it being double elimination. So the loser of tonight's match between Hedgesville and Spring Mills will go to a winner-take-all game on Wednesday against whoever is the winner out of Wheeling Park, Washington, and Martinsburg. And on the other side, it is the loser between Morgantown and Musselman heading on to a winner-take-all game between the winner of Preston University or Jefferson. So doing the best there to kind of explain that. It's very confusing, but hopefully you guys are able, that are tuned in, to kind of follow along there. If you can't, the bracket is posted on the Metro News website.
I didn't get any of that, Colin. You're going to have to repeat it all.
I'm not doing that.
No kidding. Hey, I'm looking forward to this one tonight. The winner goes to states, so a lot on the line. Obviously, it's not win or go home. If you lose this, you do get to still advance to Wednesday for a chance to make states. But you're right here, right now. One game to go back to the state tournament. If you're Hedgesville, go to the state tournament. If you're Spring Mills, and of course, this is going to be a tough task for Spring Mills going against the defending state champions and the number one seed.
So things going ahead of schedule here. There's 3.5 minutes left on the warm-up clock. So instead of going to commercial break, we're immediately now going to let you hear from both teams' head coaches as I caught up with them earlier before this match began.
I'm first joined by Hedgesville head coach Allison Woodford. Coach Woodford, your team advances here to an opportunity to qualify for states. How did your guys' last match go?
Yeah, it went well. We played Musselman here. Went to 4 sets, but I like the way that we finished the game. I think senior night we were kind of emotional and maybe lacked a little bit of focus there at the beginning, and Musselman's a good team you can't do that against. So they took advantage of us the first set, but I liked how we were able to finish out that game.
Spring Mills pulled off the upset on the other side to get to here as well. What are you expecting to see from them here tonight?
I definitely think they're going to come here. They're ready to fight. They're ready to, punch their ticket to Charleston. I don't think this is going to be an easy matchup at all. I definitely see them, using Lexi Stevens in the middle to their advantage. I know they'll get Sasha and McKenna involved as well. So we just want to make sure that we kind of keep them out of system and see what we can do there.
In the past, whenever you guys have matched up with Spring Mills, when you've been at your best to get the best of them, what has it come down to?
I think that just the serve and pass game, that first touch. So we've definitely gotten better the last 2 weeks with our serving, just really focusing on, serving tougher. And I think that's going to be our advantage if we can make that happen tonight.
As I mentioned, it's an opportunity to make it back the states for you guys. What's the mentality, though, heading into it overall?
10 seniors, they're ready. They want to finish their career in Charleston, whatever that looks like. They want to be there. They want to be able to compete down there. So they're excited, and they definitely they want to make that happen. So they know that tonight is the first chance that they can do that.
Anything else, Coach?
Nope. Go Eagles.
Thank you. Now joined by the head coach from Mel, Sam Junkin. Coach, your team gets a hard-fought win at Martinsburg, 3-1. What'd you like from your team's performance?
I think we stayed in system a good bit. We added a couple elements that I thought we executed well against, and we stayed up. The energy was good, never kind of dipped down a little bit, so we served aggressive. I think just about all parts of the game looked pretty solid for us.
How do you keep that going forward here as you enter tonight's game against Hedgesville?
Yeah, I sent a message out to the team this week here, and basically the way we view it and the seeds that I planted with them was that Hedgesville has all the pressure. They're seeded number 1. We are at 5, so that gives us a freedom of playing free, loose, and fearlessly. So, we really want to come out and try to plant some seeds of doubt with them early. Maybe target a couple people we've looked at, on film, and just try to play our game and match up well with them.
It's obviously a tough opponent from them. Overall, what do you expect here to take place tonight, and what do you guys need to do to pull off the upset?
I think we need to keep them out of system with some aggressive serves, go after them. When they're in system, they're a difficult team to deal with. I think we need to, they have a really great libero that we should probably try to stay away from, go against the other players that we have. Just be strategic in how we play ball. And just fight to the very end here. I think if if we catch them at a certain angle where they're not coming in with their full game and we are, it could get very interested very fast.
Anything else, Coach?
That's it.
Thank you.
There you go. That was our coaches' interviews with Allison Whitford as well as the head coach for Spring Mills and Sam Junkin. Let's now introduce you to both teams here tonight. First, the visiting number 5 seeded team in the North Region, the Spring Mills Cardinals, as I just said, coached by Sam Junkin. You have number 1, Ava Kithcart, number 2, Marley Hull, number 3, the Libero, Mallory Schlosser, number 4, Ella Strite, number 5, Maddie Jones, number 6, Corinna Ramkaren, number 7, Ariana Bolden, number 8, Gabrielle Malott, number 9 is Avery Ward, number 10 is Brooke Everhart, number 11 is McKenna Mullen, number 12 is Lexi Stevens, number 13 is Sasha Connor, number 14 is Olivia Spurgeon, and number 15 is Irene Ofwegbu. Now for number 1, Hedgesville, coached by Allison Whitford. You have number 1, Addison Groves, number 2, Emery Groves, number 3, Addison Seymour, number 4, Delaney Cedars, number 5, the Libero, Alexis Smith, number 6 is Savannah Parker, number 7, Zoe Alwyn, number 8, Lauren Barnhart, number 9, Grace Lapwell, number 10, Ariana Walters, number 11 is Gracie Brown, number 12 is Emmy Bishop, number 13, Jayana Ware, number 14, Rama Duramadu, number 15, Jillian Sykes, number 16, Parker Sutherland. And just want to correct myself here, as I believe, heard over the PA number 4 actually tonight, not Delaney Cedars, it's back to being Delaney Wilburn here this evening as number 4. So, we'll step aside and take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll be ready for set number 1 of tonight's regional tournament game.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable. Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
And if you need the cheat, and we're back in 5. Back here on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, as we head into the first set, which is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, they'll deliver to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at FordAHagerstown.com, as well as Power, Beck, and Matt Zurif Law Offices. Call 304-264-8870 to speak with an attorney today, or visit www.lawpbm.com. Winner heads to the state tournament, one of the 4 to do so out of the North region here in this double elimination tournament. So the loser still has a chance. They're not eliminated here tonight, but the winner does qualify for the state tournament between number 1 Hedgesville and number 5 Spring Mills. Hedgesville in the gold on the left, Spring Mills in the white on the right. Both teams getting their starting rotations out onto the floor, waiting for the go-ahead to enter the liberos on each side, both wearing blue tonight. And it will be Hedgesville serving first as Jillian Sykes gets the ball. Whistle blows, and the ball's in the air, and away we go. Connor, looked like maybe she got blocked or it just went right into the net. Either way, first point goes to Hedgesville.
A little bit of a miscommunication on the Spring Mills side, where Mullen and Connor both were going for that one.
That nearly an ace. Good serve receive, but tough passing in the end, and the second point goes to Hedgesville as well.
Sluggish start for the Cardinals. A lot of pressure being in the defending state champions' home court.
Sykes with another strong serve. Here comes Stevens, though, and it goes right to Brown. Now on the outside for Parker. And that goes into the net. It's 3-0 Hedgesville.
The touch has not been there. Very different look than we saw on Thursday from Spring Mills against Martinsburg, where they seemed really focused and locked in, didn't make a ton of mistakes.
3-0 start. That goes off block from Connor. Now Brown setting up Bishop, and was that off? At Spring Mills, it looks like they say it was.
Yep.
Off block and out. So now 4-0 Eagles.
I think Hedgesville is going to be really motivated tonight, where they can just win the one game to make states. And they feel as confident as you can be, being the number 1 seed.
Ofwegbu just dumps it across on the third hit. That allows Hedgesville to set up the offense, but too much from Parker Sutherland, and it's the first point for Spring Mills, making it 4-1.
On Thursday, we talked about how Spring Mills had some more experience compared to Martinsburg. That's not going to be the case here tonight with the big group of 10 seniors for the Eagles.
Great dig there from Spring Mills to stay alive. That was drilled to Malott, and this time a heads-up play by Malott, realizing that one was going out. So back-to-back points now for Spring Mills. Cuts the lead in half to 4-2.
And I guess tonight it'll only be 9 without Delaney Cedars, but still 9 seniors is a ton, including all their best players here. Gracie Brown, Parker Sutherland, many more.
Connor serve looks long, and it is long. Point Hedgesville. It's now 5-2.
Alexis Smith got a good read on that one.
Yeah, that just had too much air underneath it the entire way. Is now serving will be Addison Groves here for Hedgesville. And that's a cross right to Schlosser. Passes it to Malott. Now it's Ofwegbu on the outside, and it's out. Just avoids the block. Point Hedgesville, who now leads 6-2.
Too strong. Too far out to the left side.
Probably could have got the tool if it went off block.
Yeah.
Tough first pass. Malott has to dive for it, and then on the ends, when she was trying to stand up after sliding on the floor, her 2 feet came across underneath the net. The immediate violation called, and point Hedgesville making it 7-2.
The Cardinals look all out of sorts.
That goes right to Schlosser. Now set across for Mullen. Good dig there by Addison Groves.
Yeah.
Here's Brown, off block, diving for it is Spring Mills, and Sasha Connor can't get there. 8-2 Hedgesville now leads.
Hedgesville has just set a new standard for volleyball in the Eastern Panhandle, and really for the state of West Virginia as a whole the last 2 seasons.
Groves serves it right across the back line. It goes out. Point Spring Mills, making it 8-3.
We talked a lot on Thursday about McKenna Mullen for Spring Mills being the best player on the floor. And I've made mention to it. Feels like that's what she is in any EPAC game other than when playing Hedgesville.
Well, speaking of Mullen, she gets a kill because that just goes right through the arms, it appeared, of Addison Groves.
And that's Mullen showing a lot of what she did a lot of on Thursday. And to me, the only two players that have the argument for being the best in the EPAC are over McKenna Mullen are Gracie Brown and Parker Sutherland.
And there's Brown finessing it over the block. It's now 9-4 Hedgesville.
And you'll get Sutherland back to serve after the point.
Hedgesville now serving. Sutherland sends it across right to Schlosser. Malott now sets it up for Mullen. And it's another kill for McKenna Mullen, making it 9-5.
They're going to have to be more aggressive, putting up the block on her side when it's passed to her. The length, the leaping ability, the feel, the touch, it's all there for her.
She's only a junior.
Yeah, to be a great outside hitter. She will be the best player in the Panhandle next season.
Here's Brown off block. It's kept alive by Mullen, and she now goes back into position, but instead it's Connor coming across as she was a little late getting there. Brown now finessing it across, realizing the block was there, and she taps it right over top. Nobody backing it up. It's now 10-5 Hedgesville.
The parting of the Red Sea in the middle of the Spring Mills defense.
Addison Seymour now serving. Serve to the back line. Spring Mill setting up the attack again, but this time it's blocked. Mullen doesn't get the kill. Instead, it's a roof as Ware and Grace Lathwell are there to make it 11-5.
Immediately, without even any timeouts, Hedgesville made the adjustment that I was talking about.
Seymour serves it to Schlosser. Bolden setting up Mullen again. Oh, and somehow Hedgesville keeps it alive. Great dig by Groves, and then just some reactionary passing. But this time it's a tough pass, too close to the net from Ware, and it's a point for Spring Mills in the end, making it 11-6. This now serving will be Spring Mills as it's Mullen hitting it across. That's a strong swing by Brown. And now it's returned back. And an overhit ball, and underneath the net goes Hedgesville as Addison Seymour tried to get that off the net and landed right at midcourt. It's 11-7.
Not really able to get away with that one.
Well, Spring Mills with kind of a slow start, now a mistake. As I was about to say, they were starting to chip away at this early lead for Hedgesville, but now it's 12-7.
I said getting the serve across, getting it in is so important, and the importance of not making mistakes yourself. And there's an ace. Another mistake.
That makes it 13-7.
I think it wasn't a mistake to play that one. It seemed like it might have stayed in, but just not able to get it. It was kind of caught in between. Well, was Schlosser just sort of, whether to go above her head for it or not.
Gracie Brown serving again after getting the ace, hits it across. Mullen sends it right to Smith. Now a tough angle for Ware, but she's able to get it. And this goes into the stands, and what a job by the libero, keeping it alive. Mallory Schlosser hitting it from the first row back into play as we continue on.
It's like robbing a home run.
And now a block, but it's out. Point Spring Mills as they fought valiantly that time, and a well-earned point for the Cardinals to make it 13-8.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can build on it now. That should give them a big boost of confidence. Nearly an ace. Oh, and
there it is. Yep. It's an ace as first touch by Alexis Smith, a poor one. It's now 13-9.
Hedgesville's got to get back on track and nip this in the bud.
Another strong serve across, and now it's an overhit ball. Now some miscommunication, and it's a down ball attack. And here's Bishop off block, right to Schlosser. Here comes Stevens off the setup, and she just picks her spot, goes off, wears hands, and it's a point for Spring Mills, and they're now within 3 here at 13-10.
There really is something to be said about when you're 6'2" up at the net. You don't have to think as hard about I'm jumping in the air and trying to figure out where it passed at the same time.
Ware blocked, keeping it alive, and now it's sent across. Here comes Spring Mills trying to build on the momentum. It's Connor, and it's another point for the Cardinals. It's now 13-11.
If I were Coach Whitford, I might call timeout here.
We'll see if she decides to at the last second as the ball in the hands now of Spurgeon, and I think we're going to play on. No timeout, it appears.
Yeah, I think
so. Here we go.
Coach Whitford trusts her team here.
Ware, tough angle. It goes right to Bolden. Now backtracking Spurgeon. Here comes a free ball. No, Mullen somehow just hits that across. Now it's Bishop off block. It goes right to the chest of Bolden, who can't react in time. That ends the run and makes it 14-11.
Yeah, that hit from Mullen wasn't technically the type of free ball, but it was hit so high up in the air that it kind of let Hedgesville adjust the same way a free ball would and make some good passes there to set up Bishop.
Smith serves. Connor right to Brown with the dig. Now here's Bishop, blocked, and it's a point for Spring Mills. Now it's 14-12.
That's a heck of a block. You can really feel just the difference in emotion, mentality, confidence right now on the Spring Mills side compared to the first handful of points in the set.
Served across to Bishop. Here's a setup for Parker, and it's blocked by Stevens. Hedgesville regroups. It's Ware, and it's blocked again. Here comes a third one. This time off block. And Spring Mills can't get it as Ofregbu just a step behind, making it 15-12.
A valiant effort from Stevens inside. 2 blocks in a row. Just the third time was the charm for Hedgesville.
Yeah, they went right, then they went middle, then they went left.
And it makes Stevens work.
As we know, left side, strong side is the saying. But now from the middle, it's Lexi Stevens making it 15-13. Spring Mills bringing a pretty big crowd here tonight too, and players feeding off their energy. Connor serves it across, and it's an ace.
Oh.
Spring Mills within 1 now at 15-14 here in the first set.
That's just a straight up botch, if you want to call it one, from Emmy Bishop that time. The first contact just rolled off the side of her hand, I guess.
That one, though, goes right into the net by Connor, and that makes it 16-14.
And man, you could feel the frustration there from Connor after that one. 1 point away from tying it up.
Addison Groves now serves it into the net, though, herself. Back-to-back serve errors. It's now 16-15. Schlosser serves it to Brown. Here's the setup. Back to Brown, who taps it across right to Malott. The outside attack, and a great swing by Mullen, getting it right past the block. And just like that, we're tied at 16.
Let Hedgesville get into a groove. Spring Mills, I should say. And here we are. Way to battle back here by the Cardinals.
Schlosser and Brown. Sykes setting up Parker off block. No, out. They say not off block. That very close. Point Spring Mills. And they take a 17-16 lead. Timeout Hedgesville. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break, and then be back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
We welcome you back here out of the timeout as we play on, trying to see in real time as well off the replay if that was off block or not. And that one clearly was, but it's out. That makes it 17 all now out of the timeout.
I'll double check that replay for you.
Yeah, I didn't have time to slow it down on our YouTube stream, but either way, call was what the call was, and now that one blocked, and here comes Hedgesville with back-to-back points out of the timeout and trying to get that momentum back on its side. 18-17, Eagles lead the Cardinals now here in the first set.
A great response out of the timeout.
Parker Sutherland serves. Schlosser, Malott, setting up Mullen over the one-man block. Dugout. Here's Brown drilling it home and somehow keeping it alive, but it didn't matter as Spring Mills couldn't send it across in three, making it 3 straight points now for Hedgesville, who lead at 19-17.
I'll tell you, Colin, that replay is pretty inconclusive. I'm not sure.
Parker Sutherland with another serve. Right to Schlosser. Ofwegbu setting up Mullen. And she hits it into the net. A mistake making it 20-17 Hedgesville, and now Spring Mills will call a timeout. Let's take a 30-second break with them. Then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Rocks Local Market.
Back out of the timeout. Both teams with 1 timeout each here in the first set. Sutherland serves for Hedgesville. Connor Malott setting up Mullen over the block right to Sutherland. Hedgesville's turn now to swing away. It's Parker tapping it over the block. And Ofwegbu dives for it, hits it over, and out. Point Hedgesville. They now lead 21-17. 5 straight points for the Eagles.
Hedgesville just hit a higher gear after that timeout, after letting Spring Mills take that lead back. They're showing why they are champions.
That's going up towards the rafters, and it's an overswing. And here comes Spurgeon making the Eagles pay. That makes it 21-18. So that nearly hit the speaker up top at midcourt. Ariana Bolden will now serve here at 21-18. And a free ball set now. Mullen across to Brown. Parker out. Too much angle on that one. She saw the space and just missed it. It's 21-19 now.
Late in the set, you're relying more on the 10th grader Savannah Parker.
Here's Brown trying to end Spring Mills' run. And the Cardinals now send a deep free ball to Smith. Now it's Parker off block, right to Schlosser. Bolden setting up Connor from the back line, right to Smith. Sykes over for Brown, and that very close to the net, so Brown just has to dump it over on the third hit. And now here comes McKenna Mullen again. And Spring Mills back within 1 at 21-20.
Just too many bad passes from Hedgesville. Kept giving Spring Mills a chance on their side to finally set up Mullen on that left side.
Bolden sends the serve long, though, and just like that, Hedgesville back up by 2 at 22-20. Addison Seymour will now enter and serve for the Eagles.
It's Parker and Sykes out. And Seymour and Ware in.
Serve is an ace. A mistake on the serve receive by the senior Sasha Connor. That makes it 23-20.
That's tough for her. She's had a good set overall. A few mistakes, but has made a few big plays as well.
Seymour serves right to her again, and this time the serve receives there. Bolden for Mullen. Right to Brown with the dig. Ware off block. Spring Mills. Back to Mullen. And it's a point with the finesse, making it 23-21.
Hedgesville really wanted to get the pancake call on that.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if they were going to say maybe an inadvertent whistle, but they did rule that it hit the ground, so no pancake.
It seemed like the right call. It's close, though.
23-21, Mullen serves it. Oh, and it's a side swing by Groves, and it's an ace. 23-22 now. And Spring Mills steal this first set. Trying to tie us up. An overhit ball. Spring Mills looking to capitalize. It's Hall.
What a
dig. Great dig by Smith, the libero. Here's Brown. And it's out. We're tied at 23.
I would have.
Timeout, Hedgesville. Let's step aside, take a 30-second break, and then we'll be right back here on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome you back here to Hedgesville High, tied at 23 in the first set of this regional tournament matchup. Mullen out of the timeout, serves at long point. Hedgesville 24-23. The Eagles now lead the Cardinals and have a set point opportunity in the hands of Gracie Brown to serve.
I'll be honest, I thought Coach Whitford was a point late on using that second timeout, but it worked out.
Brown serves to Schlosser. Mullen setting up Connor, tapping it over the block. Right there's Bishop. Seymour sets up Ware, blocked, and we're tied at 24. Now you got to win by 2 here in this first set.
The fight of Spring Mills in this set, especially after a slow start in the set, has been very impressive.
Olivia Spurgeon serving now for Spring Mills. Goes to Smith. It's now set up for Emmy Bishop off block and kept alive by Spurgeon. Bolden for Connor through the block right to Smith. Now they feed Bishop again. Spring Mills just barely survives the volley to continue on. Bishop for a third time. And it's not a charm, it's out. Point, Spring Mills. Now it's a set point opportunity for them.
The dig by McKenna Mullen on that volley to keep it alive. It's incredible.
Spurgeon to Smith. And it's a dump in 2. Ooh. Spring Mills ready for it and now trying to take the first set. It's blocked. Back to Spring Mills side. And they can't hit it over in 3. We're tied at 25.
True, I'm over here sweating this set out. I'm not even playing.
This is the energy in here is at its highest it's been all season long. Hall sends it across. Smith.
What a dig.
Great job. Brown with a mistake.
Gracie Brown, what are you doing?
Kind of just looked lackadaisical there, and it's 26-25 Spring Mills with another set point opportunity here in the first.
And the amount of times you're going to see a mistake like that from Gracie Brown is so few. What a time for it to happen.
Here's Brown. Seymour setting up Sutherland off block. And we're now knotted up at 26 as they go blow for blow here.
It's an embarrassment of riches that Hedgesville has on this roster this year. Sutherland and Brown and Bishop up front especially. Alexis Smith playing incredible libero.
Jillian Sykes serves. Was it long? No, they say it was in just at the back line. And it's 27-26, an ace for Hedgesville. And they have a set point opportunity now.
Man, Schlosser even followed it all the way to the line, too. It still fell in.
Here we go. This time, it's 100% long. We're tied at 27.
And I'm sure the difference in between where those two serves landed is probably about a foot.
Sasha Connor now to serve. Almost getting an ace. Smith with the serve receive. Here's Bishop right to Connor. Now Mullen through the block right to Smith. Sykes across for Bishop. And it was behind her. It goes into the net. Point Spring Mills. They now lead at 28-27. Can they end the first set, or will we continue on? Connor serves. And they get it. It's an ace. 29-27. Spring Mills takes the first set over number 1 Hedgesville. What a start for Spring Mills. And what a comeback from a tough start in this set. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break. And then we got the second set. There's still plenty more to go here tonight. Don't go anywhere. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the number 1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the number 1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High. Wow, what a start. That first set brought everything you could have wanted and more. And as I said, there's still plenty to go here tonight. It's a best 3 of 5. But number 5, Spring Mills, takes the first set over number 1 Hedgesville, 29-27.
You got your money's worth just out of that first set. Now,
I'm still trying to catch my breath. I don't know how they feel down there after that.
And now look at the position we're in. If we came in, your honest assessment of tonight's match was probably that you would have been surprised if Spring Mills won more than one set. Now here you go. We're through one set. Spring Mills is up 1-0. And this is a team at Spring Mills that looked really good on Thursday against a very talented Martinsburg team, although they were missing probably their best player, who, granted, they've missed most of the year with an ISA Villa. But Spring Mills played with energy and confidence and composure and discipline on Thursday that if they can keep replicating, you just saw they took a set off of Hedgesville. I do think Hedgesville played pretty sloppy through the middle of that set and through probably the majority of it, honestly, after they got up 13-8.
Second set brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, as well as the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Visit them online at wvjusticelawyers.com. Again, winner advances to the state tournament. Loser has to fight in one more match to try to make it to the state tournament on Wednesday. And they'll take on either Martinsburg, Washington, or Wheeling Park, depending on how things are going right now over at Martinsburg. You'd anticipate Martinsburg getting the win, being the 4 seed over there, hosting the 8 seed and the 9 seed.
Yep.
And if that's the case, we'll be at Martinsburg. Unless Spring Mills pulls this off here tonight, then we'll be here. What an interesting twist that would be. But Hedgesville gets the first point here to begin set number 2.
And I think that first set ended poorly for Emmy Bishop, so I like that they came out here and immediately went to her, and she gets a point, and she seemed pretty fired up about it. That first set ended on a couple of mistakes by her, so I think she's looking pretty motivated the second set.
That blocked, and it's 2-0 Hedgesville.
Now, a lot went right in the second half of that set for Spring Mills. It did open up slow.
Yeah, the first lead for Spring Mills wasn't until 17-16.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Bishop, slightly behind her. Goes right to Schlosser. Now it's Connor, and it just goes off the hand of Alexis Smith. It's now 2-1.
And we'll say part of that slow start in that first set, from up here at least, it felt like you could sort of feel the weight of Spring Mills after those first couple points for Hedgesville going, oh man, it's a long night. Oh, this Hedgesville, man, they're so good. But then they got into a rhythm.
And there's an ace as Emmy Bishop serves it, or with the serve receive, hit it too far. So now we're tied at 2.
See if they continue to target Bishop on this side.
Connor does exactly that. Sutherland sends it long, trying to say it was off block. And it looks like we're going to have differing officials with their calls.
I don't know if it's more any really.
And I think we just replay the point because of that, it appears.
Okay.
So it stays at 2-all. Connor serves again. Here's Bishop. And that time it's in. Point Hedgesville to make it 3-2.
Great rotation there in the end for Bishop, and coming to talk to Coach Whitford immediately. She feels like sort of the key right now to how Hedgesville is going. They go as she goes so far.
Groves with the serve. And that one across but long, out of play from McKenna Mullen. And it's 4-2 Hedgesville now leading.
And I think Coach Whitford's just trying to get Emmy to sort of take a deep breath.
Yep. That was pretty much as it's an ace for the Eagles now, making it 5-2. Good job by Addison Groves there. But, yeah, I was trying to read lips, and the only word I could read was brief.
It's a big atmosphere. It's easy to get worked up over this. You go to states if you win this game, this match.
Parker is kept alive by Malott. Now Connor off net, right to Parker. Smith over for Gracie Brown. And it's Mullen. Smith could hear the thud off the court. It doesn't matter. She gets right back up. And now we'll have to send a free ball. No, that was only the second one. My apologies. It goes back to Brown. And it's a point for Hedgesville, making it 6-2.
And I got to tell you, we don't do a ton of Hedgesville matches year to year. So we don't get to see a ton of them. We talk a lot about Gracie Brown and Parker Sutherland, but I'm super impressed by Alexis Smith at libero here in his last 2 matches that we've seen of Hedgesville.
You're absolutely right. We don't give her enough credit, and you could tell when I was talking with Coach Junkin during the pregame interview. You heard it. If you didn't, one of the only players he mentioned from Hedgesville side was Alexa Smith, as that's a point for Spring Mills to make it 6-3.
And
I said, what do you have to watch out for? And he kind of went on with his answer. And the only player he said was they have a really good libero, so we have to watch out and not put the ball towards her. And she showed why earlier, but now it was the point for the Cardinals as Schlosser to serve. And it's an overpass. Mullen puts it into the net. Point Hedgesville, making it 7-3.
And Alexis Smith will be going to Shepherd to play volleyball over there. And Coach Hoekstra has done a really good job of recruiting liberos over the years. Amani Major, who's a senior in 2019. Claire Ellis wasn't a big-time piece of the teams in the early 2020s here. They always have a good libero over at the Butcher Center.
And just because you're a libero in high school doesn't mean you'll be the libero at Shepherd. Another point for Hedgesville, making it 8-3, and an early timeout here in the second set for Spring Mills. Let's step aside and take a 30-second break. Then we'll be right back here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back here in set number 2. It is Hedgesville with an 8-3 lead in this second set, trying to tie us up in sets as Spring Mills was able to take the first one 29-27. Sutherland serves out of the timeout, goes right to Connor. Malott now setting up McKenna Mullen, and she gets the kill, making it 8-4.
This was around the time last set where Spring Mills started to get back into things.
Yeah, they were able to chip away. So now Alexa Smith checks back in after giving up that point in Hedgesville. Here's Bolden serving it. Goes to Groves. Smith. Crosser Brown, who has to send a free ball. Spring Mills. Back to McKenna Mullen. And it's back-to-back kills for her, making it 8-5. And again, she's only a junior. We get to see one more year of her.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Colin, I was listing off some Shepherd liberos before that timeout. Coach Carrie Anderson of Martinsburg last year listed as a libero on the Shepherd roster.
There you go. Let's add to that list. So it's now 9-5. So we have substitutions on both sides. It's checking in for Hedgesville, and now going back to serve is, I believe that's Savannah Parker. It's a cross. That goes off block. Mullen gets the tool to make it 9-6. Excuse me, that was actually Lauren Barnhart. I thought I saw a 6, kind of tough to tell with the ponytail, but it was an 8. My apologies to her. Mullen now serves. Goes to Smith. And that's set by Barnhart for Ware, who gets the kill, making it 10-6.
You see Bishop check back in with that point. Did feel like Hedgesville needed to get through that little stretch where Gracie's in the back line, Bishop and Sutherland are on the bench, and they did that, getting the kill with Ware.
Brown now serves. Schlosser. Bolden setting up Connor off block, right to Brown. Here's the set for Bishop, tapped over the block. Connor keeps it alive, and now just punches it over the net right to Hedgesville, who's on the attack. Ware has to send a free ball, though. The timing not there for Hedgesville. And it's responded with a free ball as both sides kind of getting a little sloppy here on this volley. Bishop, across right to Schlosser, sends a down ball attack at Brown. Smith from over towards the bleachers. Bishop again, this time over the block, right to Schlosser. Bolden for Connor as we continue on. Ware off block. Great job by Mullen to get it. Connor off block, and now a whistle blows, stopping play as she's called for going in the net. Point Hedgesville, making it 11-6. Disappointing way a little bit there, just overall, as a non-fan, just a fan of the sport, to see that volley end that way, because it was a great fight back and forth. Ware set up over the block. And that is dug out by Hull. Here's Connor, right to Brown. Bishop with a big-time swing and a big-time kill. You could see her extend all the way, almost go with a windmill on that spike, making it 12-6.
Bishop is one of the few members of this roster for Hedgesville that isn't a senior. We'll get to see her still around next year, and she's clearly going to be the primary outside hitter for the Eagles.
Connor blocked. We play on, though. Here's Hull. Blocked as well. Spring Mills just surviving there, and now we'll have to regroup as it's Hedgesville's turn to attack. Connor over the block, and miscommunication. Point Spring Mills, making it 12-7. Kind of just looked like that Alexis Smith wasn't ready for that one. Or maybe thought that somebody else was going towards it.
That's my thought.
Serve goes right to Smith. Now here's Bishop off the setup from Barnhart. And it's dumped across. Hedgesville switching the attack to Ware now. Spring Mills playing defense pretty solidly. And gets the point as that goes off the net. And then no pancake for the Eagles. It's 12-8.
You're letting Spring Mills hang around again. Around the same time as they started their comeback last set.
That a liner across, a near ace, but instead it's Ware off tape. Bolden keeps it alive. Stevens sends it over for Mullen, and she puts too much behind that one, making it 13-8.
It's a crazy angle she was trying to get that hit from, but it almost worked. Almost, though. This isn't horseshoes or hand grenades, so tough luck.
Serves across. Sasha Connor off block, right to Brown for Hedgesville. Now Bishop's blocked. Brown keeps it alive. Barnhart setting up Bishop for a second straight time. No avail. Now it's Mullen. Again, too much from the back line, as that's just a tough angle. When you are in that back corner trying to get a spike across, it seems like 9 times out of 10, there's always too much air underneath it. It's 14-8.
They're asking a lot. They need to set her up to the 10-foot line there, and so that she can get a better angle if they're going to go to her on a down ball like that.
Hull. Kind of interesting spin there, but nearly got it. And now a dump to the backside from Mullen. Smith, ready. Sutherland kind of just pushed that across. No call, though, for extended contact. So we play on. Here's Bishop. Whistle blows. It's off the antenna. Point Spring Mills. It's now 14-9.
Spring Mills just hasn't gotten that little streak yet that they were able to get in that first set. They're hanging around, though.
Well, we'll see if Gabby Malott can give it to him as she serves it across. Here's Bishop. Blocked. She just keeps it alive and now gets it right back to her. And it's Schlosser just extending the hand out. Now it's Mullen, though, again from that backside. And you saw earlier the back-to-back ones that went long. So this time she kind of changed that angle and didn't get enough loft to it. It goes into the net, making it 15-9.
And there needs to be better passing for the Spring Mills. You need Mullen up at the net, or go to the middle, or Lexi Stevens if she's there.
Sykes serves it across. Well, let's see. Nope. They fake Stevens, go to Connor. And it's a point for Hedgesville, making it 16-9.
Going to Connor's fine, too. I think either that set didn't hang up in the air long enough, or Connor needs to start her run at the net a little earlier.
Sykes Serves at Connor. A lot, setting up Stevens. Brown. Bishop. And it's out. 16-10.
At that time, they were able to set it up. Much better job passing. And now you're down still by 6. You're running out of time to go on a run.
A big time block by Alexi Stevens.
She's just such an obstacle in the middle when she's set up for the block.
That makes it 16-11.
Stevens, 6'2".
And then when her hands are straight up, got to guesstimate how tall she is like that. That goes off net. And now a free ball sent across. Sutherland's long, out of play, 16-12 now. Is this the run that Spring Mills needs?
It's a good start. I think
Sasha Connor to serve.
Getting this point is when I think you really start to feel a difference.
Connor, right at Bishop. Sykes setting up Emmy Bishop now, who taps it across, right to a Fuegbu. A lot. Setting up Mullen. She sends it long. She's just been off. It's now 17-12.
Now you see why I said it felt like you needed that point, because now you're still down by 5 and Hedgesville has a serve versus you could have been down by only 3 and had the serve still on your side.
Groves, though, with a mistake.
Well,
serve short, making it 17-13.
Hedgesville's giving you the opportunity right back to do it again.
Mallory Schlosser back to serve now. Her serve. Brown. Sykes sets up Parker. And it's a point Hedgesville, making it 18-13.
A nice job from Parker. I do think you're going to probably see Emmy Bishop and Savannah Parker as the two main outside hitters for Hedgesville next season. And we've seen more of Bishop, but Parker has some nice flashes.
Connor hit it across. Here's Parker. Mullen over the block, right to Brown. Sykes sets up the middle. It's Laughwell as we play on. And it's a point, though, just like that by Mullen. She finally gets the kill here in this second set, making it 18-14.
Again, got to be really aggressive when you see the pass over to Mullen. You give her free reign on a pass that close to the net. It's going to be hard for her to not turn that into a kill.
Bolden right to Smith on the serve. Sykes sets up Brown. She rips that one home, making it 19-14.
And the same point applies for Gracie Brown on the other side.
Yeah, we're going back and forth here, but that's advantage Hedgesville with this lead. It's been 4, it's been 5, it's been 4, it's been 5. Back to 4. Another short serve. This time, Lauren Barnhart.
They got Mullen serving. We've seen a few airmails from her in the last two matches.
Smith. Here to Swear off the set, over the block. She gets the point, making it 20-15.
Spring Mills just can't get that deficit down to even 3, which is when it would really feel like, okay, we're in this, we're down by 3, we have the serve. The Hedgesville just won't let them quite get there.
There you go. It's an ace, 21-15.
Got to follow it.
Spring Mills going to use a timeout. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville. Spring Mills has used its last time out of set number 2, trailing Hedgesville 21-15. It's number 1, Hedgesville trying to tie us up at 1 set apiece after Spring Mills took the first set 29-27. Brown serves across right to Schlosser. Bolden setting up Mullen. A great dig there by Barnhart, the freshman. Now Ware, though, with a mistake. And that gives the point to Spring Mills, making it 21-16. Spurgeon now to serve. Goes right at Bishop. And it's a miss hit by her on the serve receive. It's an ace, making it 21-17.
You can see Alexa Smith trying to coach up her teammate over there, or keep her.
They're going to keep attacking
up.
Bishop
Yep.
all night tonight with that serve. So that goes off block, and Spurgeon, I don't think, was ready for it, as it kind of went through the hands, which screened her. That makes it 22-17. Alexa Smith will now serve.
Cardinals are making this real difficult on the Eagles, but 3 more points and Hedgesville evens this up.
Connor, out.
Good call.
Point Hedgesville, 23-17.
Smith had just come back from serving, still near that back line. Knew that she was close to it. Smart play letting it go out.
Almost an ace. See if they send a free ball. Mullen kind of with more of a awkward down ball. Here's Sutherland. 3 went up and it didn't matter. Parker Sutherland splits the gap. 24-17 Hedgesville with a set point opportunity trying to tie us up here tonight.
Yeah, when the Eagles are on their game, it's just so hard to beat them.
Alexa Smith serves. Connor, Bolden, Hull, blocked! Bishop and Sutherland give Hedgesville a 25-17 victory in set 2, as we are now tied at 1 set apiece here in this North Regional Tournament game, with the winner advancing to states. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we will be back with set number 3 here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control 4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome you back here at Hedgesville High School. Knotted up at 1 set apiece now between number 1 Hedgesville and number 5 Spring Mills, after Hedgesville was able to bounce back after dropping the first set 29-27 by taking set 2 25-17. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Ethan Elliott is our cameraman, and back in the studio is Kyler High. So we head to set number 3 now, brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevrolet and Toyota of Martinsburg, and CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. CMA's moving lives forward. Set 3 also brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Visit them online at skinnerwins.com. Both teams heading back out onto the floor here. So this one's been fantastic so far. We'll see now who retakes the advantage. who gets that momentum on its side to go up 2-1.
Hedgesville felt a little, or I shouldn't even say a little, a lot cleaner in that second set. Well, while they let Spring Mills hang around, they never let them go on that run that gave them that big confidence boost, momentum for the rest of the set that they couldn't come back from. They stayed steady throughout the set and were able to just close it out after opening up with that lead. We'll see if Spring Mills has any adjustments. They do need to be better on their side. Some of the passing has not been there through the last set to be able to set up Mullen at the net. It felt like Mullen got way less opportunities at the net for kills in that second set. It was a lot from the back line and the 10 line and further back, rather than a lot of passes up at the net.
Jillian Sykes for Hedgesville serves to begin this third set. It's the spike across right to Smith. And Hedgesville, with a mistake, gives the first point to Spring Mills. And Savannah Parker with just too much angle on that one. Hits it out.
Just sailed it. She's a sophomore. She's got time to
Connor right to Bishop. Smith able to keep it alive and somehow, some way set that up for Sutherland, but a great dig by Schlosser. As that one, though, from Connor at the back line goes into the net. We're tied at 1. That was a very tough serve receive again by Bishop, but this time it was Alexis Smith bailing her out. It's Addison Groves serving now. Schlosser. Malott. Stevens blocked by Sutherland, but kept alive on Spring Mills' end of things. Now they switch it over to Mullen, who makes it 2-1 as Smith couldn't get there with the dig.
You can see early on here the Cardinals aren't going to go away quietly after losing a set.
Sykes nearly went under the net, but just was able to tiptoe that line and avoid it. And now, with a diving dig, keeping it alive as it's chopped across. Great hustle by Hedgesville. We'll see if Spring Mills, though, can get it. Instead, it's blocked or went into the net. Either way, it's a point for Hedgesville. It's 2-all.
I do think you're right about that one. Rare mistake.
Yeah, usually you can hear them yell roof if they know they got that block, so kind of pointed me into the direction of it going into the net as that goes right into the hands of Connor and down. It's a poor serve received by her, making it 3-2 Hedgesville with the ace.
Another in-between one, which didn't know whether to go up, overhand, underhand.
Know bump or spike, and this time she goes with the bump on the serve receive. Another bump here for the set, and a big leap that time for Mullen to try to get to it, and that time she can't get the dig either. It's 4-2 Hedgesville now.
It does feel like the Eagles have settled in a good bit. Now they've started both of the first 2 sets, and now 3 sets with a fast start, with a good start.
Sutherland right at Connor. Schlosser now setting up Mullen through the block and into no man's land. It's 4-3.
It's really been the middle of the sets that Hedgesville has struggled, and then the very end of the first set, they've been starting off strong. So Spring Mills can keep this even throughout or take a lead early. That's a different dynamic than we've seen so far.
Parker off block, whistle blows as Spring Mills called for being in the net. It's now a point for Hedgesville, making it 5-3.
Those little mistakes, got to cut those out. No free points for the Eagles. They get enough on their own.
Serves across. Bolden setting up Mullen. Spirals off the block. Now they set up Gracie Brown over the block right to Schlosser. Here comes Mullen again, off block, and an overhit ball. Ware trying to keep it alive. It's an overpass right down the line by Mullen. And it's a point for Spring Mills. As that one just tucked in to make it 5-4.
The Hedgesville student section seems to disagree. And even though they were right in front of it, I'm not sure that they're right.
Mullen now here serving for Spring Mills, trying to tie us up at 5. Goes right to number 5 in Smith. Now a middle attack off block as we continue on. Mullen into the net. Point Hedgesville, making it 6-4.
When she keeps having to make the contact at the 10 line or around it, she's going to have moments like that. You got to set her way closer to the net.
Brown serving now. And it's an ace. 7-4, Hedgesville now leads.
It's a failure to communicate. This is what we have here. Gotta talk.
Brown goes in the same spots and gets it for a second straight time. 8-4 now.
Gracie Brown is placing this perfectly to where you're making Spring Mills think twice.
Serves across. Mullen has to send a free ball. Bishop off block. Point Hedgesville, who now lead 9-4. And it looks like we're getting another early timeout here for Spring Mills. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break, then we'll be right back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
Welcome back here inside Hedgesville High School in this WVSSAC Class 4A North Regional Volleyball Tournament match. 9-4, Hedgesville leads set number 3 as we're tied at 1 set apiece. Winner of this one qualifies for the state tournament. It's hit across. Here's Bishop. And I don't think that ever went over.
I don't think so.
And it's immediately called as 4 touches by Hedgesville. Point Spring Mills, making it 9-5. Olivia Spurgeon now to serve. Goes right to Smith. Near overpass, but a good recovery. And it's blocked. Wow. Smith keeps it alive, and now a dump on the second one. Mullen ready for it. Bolden sets up Sasha Connor. It's off block, and it's a point for Hedgesville as Ware makes it 10-5.
Alexa Smith is having a fantastic game. Some of these digs that she's pulling out feel miraculous.
Schlosser. Connor blocked again. This time alongside Ware was Parker Sutherland, making it 11-5.
Sutherland is just as much of a problem up in the front, or she can be at times, as Lexi Stevens is. I don't think she's quite 6'2" like Stevens, but she's not far off.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Have to make him go back to back as it's another point for Hedgesville, as that one was just out on the near sideline. It's 12-5.
And Hedgesville has a lot of height that we don't ever really talk about as a strength of theirs with Brown and Bishop and Sutherland up front, but that is really tall compared to a lot of teams that we see here in the Panhandle.
Here's Sutherland. And Hedgesville just starting to pull away here in this third set. It's now 13-5.
And you see, that's part of what makes Sutherland such a great player, is that she has that height and a lot of power.
And Spring Mill's going to use its final timeout of the set already here at 13-5.
I mean, you go down 2-1 if you lose this one.
Take a 30-second break, then we'll be right back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
We welcome you back here. It's Alexa Smith serving out of the final Spring Mills timeout of set 3. So far here in this third set, it's been all Hedgesville at 13-5. Smith, Mullen, Bolden sets up Stevens, and Spring Mills able to get the point, making it 13-6. We'll see, though, if Spring Mills is able to fight back or not here in this third set. Down in this tough hole to chip away from. We saw them chip away from it in the first set. Can they do it again?
Yeah, that score at that time was only 2 points different than what it is right now.
Bishop sends it long, so there you go. Another one for Spring Mills.
And now make it 1.
13-7.
It was 13-8 when Spring Mills finally started to chip back away in that first set.
And it's an ace. Smith thought it was going out and didn't follow it. Here we are at 13-8.
She's made that decision a lot tonight, and it's been right a lot, but not that time. Backline was further away than she realized.
This time she plays it. Here's Bishop. Off block. Schlosser sends it over towards Spring Mills bench. Now it's back in the middle and a free ball sent across. Bishop. Right past Ofuegbu. Point Hedgesville, and it's 14-8.
It's perfect execution.
Jillian Sykes now to serve. Malott. Stevens off the block of Sutherland's. Kept alive for Hedgesville as now it's Parker across to Malott. Schlosser setting up Connor across at Bishop. And I don't think she was ready for that one. Point Spring Mills, making it 14-9.
Well, that one caught Gracie Brown a little off guard.
And when it's in a cross shot like that, you don't anticipate them.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha Connor now to serve. Right to Bishop. Sykes. Back for Emmy Bishop. Right past the block. Malott. Connor puts it back, and now a free ball sent by Schlosser. Brown. Sykes. Sutherland. Too easy. 15-9, Hedgesville.
In the same way that that sort of point feels automatic for Martinsburg a lot of times with Yaya Teasley or DM Bajent, it's about the same level for Sutherland as Teasley.
And that goes into the net. Point Hedgesville, it's now 16-9. Remember, Spring Mills doesn't have any timeouts left here in this set.
Already.
They've already used both. Is that off the tape again? Mullen somehow just lets it kind of graze off of her and is able to project it to a teammate. Brown gets the point off of Fuegbu. It stayed on Spring Mill's side. It's 17-9 now. It's again Hedgesville just pulling away here in this third set.
Yeah, you're gonna be really hard pressed to get Hedgesville off their game when you don't have any timeouts left to spend.
Grove serves it across. Here's Mullen, and it's blocked. Sutherland again, making it 18-9.
And maybe one little timeout wouldn't affect them that much with the way they're playing right now in this set.
Hedgesville's doubled up Spring Mills now. That serve short. You kind of saw it coming with the way the past two serves has just grazed off the top of the net. You saw it going lower and lower. It's now 18-10. Mallory Schlosser serving now for Spring Mills. Smith, Sykes, Sutherland, tick, tack, toe, and it hits a baby. Hopefully that baby's okay.
Seems like it. Sutherland is
18.
Sutherland's on a roll.
And they give the point. Yeah, it should be 19-10.
Yeah.
They gave the point accidentally to Spring Mills. They realized it on the scoreboard now.
Yep.
Again, it's 19-10. Make it 20-10. Savannah Parker with the kill.
I think Spring Mills is in a little bit of a daze right now, where this set got away from them pretty fast. And that's what can happen against Hedgesville. Just a tidal wave sometimes.
Sutherland, Schlosser, Malott setting up Ofwegbu, and too much on it. Point Hedgesville, 21-10 now. Another serve right to Schlosser. Here's Malott switching it over to Connor. Sutherland sends it to the back wall. Point Spring Mills, making it 21-11. This one pretty much seems like it's going Hedgesville's way no matter what in this third set.
That's a wild point for Spring Mills to have go their way, because I think that pass was off. I think they were trying to set Mullen at the net rather than Connor in the back line.
Brown off block, point Hedgesville, making it 22-11. This point, if you're Spring Mills, you just want to reset here and in this set try to find a way to casually get momentum to your side, even though it probably won't end up in a win in this third set.
You're building something for set 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's Mullen. And it's in, right past Addison Groves. That makes it 22-12.
Groves did the right thing there, which is usually in a situation like that, is let one go. But I think sometimes you got to make exceptions for the player that's hitting it. Mullen can fit it in there like she just did.
Her serves across. Here's a setup. Brown. And it's just over the block and out. Point Spring Mills, making it 22-13. And this is just a little piece of what I was trying to talk about there, is get a few points here, even if you lose this third set. You still feel like you can hang around with them. Mullen to Addison Groves. Now Brown. Mullen sends it 8 rows high, making it 23-13.
They got Gracie over to the left side this time. You can just tell the difference in her comfort level, even though it was just one hit that went too far out.
Brown serves to Schlosser here at 23-13. Bolden from Mullen. And again, it goes to the back wall from Lauren Barnhart, making it 23-14.
It's a little easier on your body to be a right-handed hitter with your dominant hand to the inside of the net rather than the outside.
Just got to get her back in rhythm if you're Spring Mills. So that goes through the block from Bishop. And there it is, right to Brown from Mullen. Now it's a middle attack, and it's Stevens with the block, but a good job by Hedgesville keeping it alive as they send a free ball over. Expected to go to Mullen. Instead it goes to Connor, who has to dump it across. And that time, Hedgesville can't get there, as it looked like Gracie Brown just kind of slipped, as she was the one trying to initially get to Bishop's pass, making it 23-15. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Hedgesville here. Let's take a 30-second break with them. Then we'll be back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Zurich Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Be back here out of the timeout. Serves across. Hedgesville plays it over to Ware, off block, right to Spurgeon. Bolden setting up Connor, and it goes off block and out. Point Spring Mills, it's 23-16.
It was 22-11.
It was.
This is what we're talking about for Spring Mills. It's going to be hard to not let Hedgesville get 2 points here. But at the very least, you'll have something to build on.
Ware through the block. And that one from Spurgeon goes out. Point Hedgesville. Now a set point opportunity at 24-16 for the Eagles. Trying to go up 2-1.
Just getting Hedgesville to spend that timeout gave you a little bit of time to breathe and like, hey, we just got 5 out of the last 6 points.
Smith surfs. Schlosser receives. Bolden sets up Pole. And it's dug out and played. Here's Hedgesville. Off block from Ware. And she gets it. And Hedgesville takes set number 3. 25-16 this time. To go up 2-1. We'll now step aside and take a 1-minute break. And then we'll be back with set number 4. We'll see if Hedgesville can wrap it up and advance to states once again, or if Spring Mills makes things interesting. Don't go anywhere. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
We welcome you back here at Hedgesville High. Set number 4 is brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution. Call 304-263-3361. It's also brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state area, call the Larry DeMarco team, number 304-262-4222. Or you can visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. 2-1 now. Number 1 Hedgesville leads number 5 Spring Mills with a trip to the state tournament on the line here in this double elimination regional tournament for the North. So again, the loser of this one does have one more shot to make states. They have to play Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see who it is and who it's against. As right now on the other side of this side of the North Regional bracket, Martinsburg is taking on Wheeling Park. Then the winner of that takes on Washington immediately after. My guess is the second match going on right now, as the first one was at 5. Not sure how it went. Haven't received any word from Martinsburg High.
Text the Beast. See if he'll give you an it.
Yeah,
busy. He's busy watching, maybe, but
he's probably there. So.
Yeah. It's half a joke, but half a good idea. But we're worried about, first and foremost, Spring Mills and Hedgesville here, where Spring Mills, definitely their worst of the 3 sets. Hedgesville, definitely the best of 3 sets. Let's see if either side continues their ways or Spring Mills can send us the 5.
Connor blocked for a brief moment. We continue on. Bishop gets the first point for Hedgesville of set 4.
We've seen this a couple times at Hedgesville where, going into a match like this, you're going up against a team that's ranked number 1, won the state championship last year, that there's this big wave of emotion and passion and confidence when you first start doing well.
2-0 Hedgesville as that one goes out. Back to your point, Dylan.
And get that first set win, that first streak. We saw, I think, really when Martinsburg was here last. Once you get past that, and maybe Hedgesville comes back and wins another set, it usually feels like, as another one goes out and it's 3-0 Hedgesville.
Stevens trying to say it went off block, but not getting it.
It just feels like at that point, the mountain feels higher to climb than it was before. Once you get past that initial stretch, once you get that first good punch in on Hedgesville, when they punch back, that's when you really see what a team is made of and how well they can compete with Hedgesville.
When you come at the champ, you best not miss.
Mm-hmm.
Stevens. Hedgesville somehow keeps that alive. Wow. First touch tough, second one off the net, and Brown with a diving dig. And a great one on the opposite end, but then standing up was Mowat, and where she stood was where the ball was coming down. And it's 4 straight points here for Hedgesville. They're number 1 for a reason.
Yeah.
They're showing it right now. Connor, right to Brown. Here's Bishop to the back line at Schlosser. Malott. Cross from Mullen. Smith pretty much read that one the entire way, and now it's 5-0 Hedgesville.
That energy that we saw Spring Mills play with in the back half of set 1, it's just so hard to recapture it once you lose it.
Timeout yet again early in a set by Spring Mills. We'll take a 30-second break, then we'll be back here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. It's perfect for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12. Rock's Local Market. Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. A perfect mix of white and dark meat for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12. Rock's Local Market.
Welcome you back to Hedgesville during the break. The Hedgesville student section making some noise, reminding Spring Mills whose home this is. Stevens out of the timeout. Can't get that first point for Spring Mills. Just Hedgesville playing out of this world right now here in this 4th set. Here's Bishop. Blocked. And there you go. Finally, it's Ofuegbu and Stevens to get that first point, making it 5-1.
They needed that one badly. Now let's see what you can build upon.
Connor to serve. Goes right at Bishop. Has really cleaned things up with the serve receive as Parker Sutherland, though, goes off the net, and that projected it out of play. 5-2 now.
It's one of the first sets we've seen to her on the outside rather than the middle.
Again, right to Bishop. Here's a setup and a free ball now sent across. That off block. Nobody backs it up. And it's 3 straight points here for Spring Mills out of its timeout.
And I don't know about you, Colin, but it felt like those second and third sets, we were saying the name Lexi Stevens a lot less than we were in that first set. I don't know if it was Spring Mills not getting the block there as much or them not passing it to her as much as they should.
And another one. It's 5-4.
All right. Let's make this interesting. We want to go out on a good note here if this is going to be the last set. Spring Mills obviously wants us to play one more.
And it's an ace that just gets in. We're tied at 5.
I feel like a hush just came over the. Well, hold on. They're going to say it was out. Somebody's saying it was out.
What? Did my eyes deceive me?
I'll go back to the replay. I figured you were right, too. Maybe that's why it got a little quiet.
It's now 7-4.
It was actually out.
I heard no complaints, but that looked like it was right on the 3-point line and in to me.
Replay doesn't do much for figuring it out. But
Hedgesville now storming back, extending its lead to 8-4.
Yeah, talk about a swing right there. Could have been 5-5. And now we're looking at 8-4 already.
Now it's hit across. Brown just over the block. Spring Mills on the attack. It's blocked by Sutherland. Kept alive, though. Here's Stevens off block. Smith dives for it. It's too late. It's now 8-5.
I just don't think Spring Mills was setting Stevens in the middle nearly as much as they should have in those second and third sets. It feels like already this set we've seen more of it than we saw in either the second or the third, and it's successful.
Schlosser serves to Smith. Sykes over for Brown, off Ofwegbu, right to Schlosser. Malott setting up Mullen. And it goes into the net. Point Hedgesville. My apologies, 9-5.
Again, it's a tall mountain to climb here.
A mistake by Ofwegbu. Just never got anything underneath that one. It's 10-5 now.
And she overcompensated for how far away from the net she was. Kind of turned the angle of her arms. Try to get the arc down on it.
That goes right to Sutherland. Sykes setting up Brown, who reaches back and gets it. 11-5 now, Hedgesville. All right, it's a timeout by Spring Mills.
That already the second one?
It's second already, yeah. I'll step aside, take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Welcome back here. Hedgesville in control of the fourth set, up 11-5 over Spring Mills, trying to take this match and advance to the state tournament. Spring Mills yet again used both of its timeouts early in a set, so they have none remaining. Sutherland to serve. It's a cross. Spring Mills trying to attack with Mullen. It's off block. Ofwegbu now gets it and sends it into the student section. Point Hedgesville. Once again, it's 12-5. Sutherland serves a liner to Connor. Malott now setting her up. Our backline attack right to Addison Groves. Sykes sets up Gracie Brown right to Schlosser. Malott. This time for McKenna Mullen. It's off block. It stays on Hedgesville's side, however, so it's a point for Spring Mills, making it 12-6.
For Spring Mills, even if you're not going to come back in this one, obviously you keep the mentality like you can. You got stuff to build on. You still have another match to get the states.
Serves long for Mariana Bolden. Point Hedgesville, making it 13-6.
Wednesday. Again, you could be back at Martinsburg where you just won. You want to finish this out strong. Build your good habits. You can keep them up going into the next one. Get the states that way.
Serves across. That off block and then off Brown. Point Spring Mills, making it 13-7. That's rolled back across. And that serves out.
These are close calls from Smith.
It's 14-7 now.
She's been letting go out all night, but she's been right on, I'd say, 80 to 90% of them, which is pretty impressive.
Right off block. And back across, and Bolden with an error. Point Hedgesville, making it 15-7. Spring Mills trying to get another one. It's an overhit ball. Or was it?
It wasn't. I think they thought it was going to be. Did Hedgesville. Lathwell, or Barnhart, I should say.
Yep, so it's a point for Spring Mills, making it 15-8.
I think Barnhart was trying to play it off the net, and then it never hit the net.
And there's Bishop getting the point right back for Hedgesville, doubling up Spring Mills. Now it's 16-8.
Bishop has responded well after struggling a bit in the first set, especially at the end of it. And I think the last 2 points, or two of the last points, came off of errors from Bishop. She responded really well.
Absolutely.
Struggled a little bit to open up the second set. You could tell it was still affecting her a little bit. And she checked out and had a nice long conversation with Coach Whitford before sitting down, and she's been fine ever since.
And there's an ace for Alexis Smith, making it 17-8. But yeah, I mean, she's clearly been the target of a majority of Spring Mill serves tonight. And as you said, the serve receiver wasn't there at first, but she's been able to fix it. And Hedgesville has been dominating ever since. As you said, things feel like all night long they've been going through Emmy Bishop, and she's been able to produce for them like she just did right then and there with another kill. It's 18-8.
Sort of the bellwether, as they say.
Yeah.
That, if you can tell how the team is doing by how she's doing. And when she's on, you got to focus on her. That takes attention off of Gracie Brown and Parker Sutherland, and everything just works smoothly.
All of them.
Yep. It works smoothly from there.
Here's Bishop off block. Bolden hits it off the divider, which is against the rules. So point Hedgesville, making it 19-8.
Bishop plays a key role because I see brought up pass Shepherd volleyball liberos because of Smith and her commitment to Shepherd, and as
Sutherland hits it just out. Point Spring Mills, making it 19-9.
I'm trying to give some space there for,
you're
for
good.
the point.
Back to your point.
But this team reminds me a little bit of that 2019 Shepherd volleyball team that won a game in the regional championship. They had the Fab Five, as they called it, 5 seniors that were on that roster, and Amani Major, the libero, being one of them. And the other 4, you had your setter, Jessica Cars, as Spring Mills gets a point here. You had a third outside hitter in Sion Good. Happy birthday, Sion Good. Today's her birthday. And 2 star outside hitters in Peyton Lindblad and Cambria Hill. It never felt like there was that third threat as Spring Mills gets an ace, makes it 19-11. There wasn't that third really big threat on the outside that you had to worry about. It was all Lindblad and Hill on the outside for the most part.
Emmy Bishop that time.
Emmy Bishop fills a sort of similar role that Shepherd team didn't have, where you can say, hey, you can't focus everything on Sutherland and Brown because Emmy Bishop will kill you.
So it's now 22-11. Jillian Sykes ready to serve for Hedgesville, trying to wrap this one up and go back to the state tournament to defend that state title of last year. Fwegbu right to Sykes. She can't handle it. Point Cardinals, making it 20-12.
You can see both of these teams have those multiple threats. You're not just threatening only the outsides. There's those hitters from the back line or the middle as well.
So that's out. Point Spring Mills. That's 2013 now.
That was the problem that Fab 5 team at Shepherd had, was it felt like only the two outside hitters were who you had to worry about.
Timeout, Hedgesville. Take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Providing
We welcome you back here. 20-13. Hedgesville in control of this fourth set, trying to finish the night against Spring Mills. Brown setting up Bishop. He swings away. Right to Schlosser. Mawat now. Back to Schlosser, who hits it into the net. Point Hedgesville. It's now 21-13.
You still got to be pretty proud of your performance overall if you're Spring Mills. Competed so hard and won that tightly contested first set where you had plenty of chances to give it away, but you came back.
Brown. Good dig there by Spring Mills. Here's Mullen. Right to Smith. Brown. Good backup. Somehow getting it across. Gracie Brown again. And this time gets the point off Stevens' block attempt. That makes it 22-13.
It's just one of those, I feel like, as a defender, you expect to get that.
And it's an ace as Addison Groves just gets it off the top of the net. And it drops straight down. It's 23-13. Hedgesville 2 points away from victory and heading back to the state tournament in Charleston. Schlosser, Mawat, Mullen, off block. It's out, so it's a point for Spring Mills, making it 23-14. Schlosser. Smith. Mawat setting up Spurgeon in the middle. Now goes out, but put back by Smith, and a free ball sent now. Smith again with good hustle, keeping it alive, but another free ball sent to Spring Mill side. This time it's Ofwegbu. Dug out by Sykes. Here's Brown on the attack, off the net, diving for it, and keeping it alive was Connor. And then it's sent over. Here's Brown again. She just drills it at Mawad, who can't handle it. 24-14.
That spike coming in hard as you're trying to reset yourself, and you're moving as the ball ends up firing at you. There's almost nothing you can do about it.
Serves across here on match point. Can Spring Mills get a free ball in? They just barely do. Here comes Hedgesville, though, and finishing it off is Grace Laughwell as the Hedgesville Eagles are headed back to Charleston to defend their state title. 3-1, Hedgesville defeats Spring Mills. Spring Mills still has one more chance. They'll play the winner of Martinsburg, Wheeling Park, and Washington. So stay tuned to the Sports Mix tomorrow once we know the results, and we'll figure out how things look here in the North region. Step aside and take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back to wrap things up here from Hedgesville High on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High as the Eagles rumble their way to the state tournament, defeating Spring Mills 3-1 here tonight. Our post-game coverage brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly. Rock's post-game show also brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, proudly serving the area since 1880. It was Spring Mills taking the first set in dramatic fashion, fighting back, going back and forth in the win-by-2 scenario, getting it 29-27. But Hedgesville, the beast awoke within the number one team in the state. 25-17 goes set 2, 25-16 goes set 3, 25-14 goes set 4. That's why they're number one. They get to defend the state title once again in Charleston, and we go from here in this North Regional. Dylan, overall, your thoughts before we wrap things up?
Just a great performance from Hedgesville once they got past that first set. It felt like that they opened up a little slow, and foot wasn't all the way on the gas pedal yet. A couple mistakes from Emmy Bishop at the end of the first set that got corrected pretty quickly after that. That she just needed a good conversation with Coach Whitford and was fine for the rest of the match. A little bit into that second set, and from there, Hedgesville pretty much cruised. But you got to respect the fight of Spring Mills, and obviously they're very talented, well coached, got a good bit of experience on that squad. But Hedgesville's just a different animal. When they are playing in good form, it doesn't even necessarily need to be at their best. When they're just playing well, they're really hard to beat. And it's probably only going to be those top teams in the state. Morgantown at the number 2 seed, Musselman at the number 3 seed, Martinsburg, and then maybe Spring Mills, if they were to get into the states, can give them a little bit of a run. But man, it's hard to not envision a Hedgesville repeat as state champions at this point, unless Morgantown, who is the one team at that top of the state rankings that we haven't seen, can give them something that these other teams in the Panhandle can't.
All right. That'll wrap things up for us here tonight from Hedgesville High School. Again, Hedgesville defeats Spring Mills 3-1. The Eagles heading back to Charleston to defend the state championship. We'll see how they do, and we'll see what we have for you on Wednesday. We anticipate it being Martinsburg and Spring Mills in a rematch for a trip to Charleston on the line. If that's the case, we'll let you know tomorrow. But for Kyler High, Ethan Elliott, and Dylan Bishop, I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. This has been West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
That concludes tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School Volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Our coverage has been brought to you by Power, Beck, and Metzgerith Law Offices, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, W. Harley Miller Systems, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Hagerstown Ford, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Smallwood and Small Insurance, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Palace Lounge, the Larry DeMarco Team, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Rock's Local Markets, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, Fort Evans Archery, Trips Floor Sanding, the Wagner Law Firm. Keep it tuned to TV10 for all of your local sports coverage. All rights reserved.